What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Leo coming to you guys with yet another video. Coming to you guys today with some little wrestling news. Coming out of NXT, we all know Dana Brooke, one of my favorite wrestlers, if you guys don't know, did appear on NXT this past Tuesday. And, they just dropped an article on Sports Kita talking about those situations, so we're going to check this out. And I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on what happened because honestly, I did see she was part of NXT, and it said on her bio she was signed to the NXT brand, but the day after, she was on the Raw brand. So that was a whole switcheroo. And then when she was on the show itself of NXT, they literally said she was part of Raw, but then later that night, she was pretty much considered a free agent. So that was very confusing. Then I went on to another article, and they were just talking about, well, no, not an article, but I looked at the roster, and she's labeled as a free agent. So that was very confusing. She got drafted to Raw, but now she's a free agent. Like, I guess what they said, the draft doesn't mean anything. But we're gonna check out this article by Sports Kita. So I'll leave the link down in the description if you guys want to check it out for yourself. But we're gonna get into it right now. Raw superstar could follow in the footsteps of Mandy Rose after NXT return. For Mandy Rose returning to NXT, helped revitalize her career. It's certainly a blueprint that many could benefit from following. That is very true. Last night on WWE NXT, Raw's superstar Dana Brooke made a surprise appearance on the show and took part in the women's battle royal to determine the number one contender for Tiffany Stratton's NXT Women's Championship. While Brooke didn't win the match, she was one of the final three in the match and gave a good showing of herself, which led many to believe this won't be the last time we see her going forward on Tuesday nights. With that in mind, we believe it would be in Dana Brooke's best interest to follow in the footsteps with her former tag team partner, Mandy Rose. Dana Brooke could take a similar heel path that Mandy Rose took in WWE NXT. While Dana Brooke was portrayed as a babyface last night as the battle royal went on, the NXT universe turned on the Raw superstar as they began to fear that she would be the one that would win the match. Win the match over, in their mind, more deserving talents. Brooke was a heel during her first run in NXT, and it wouldn't be a terrible thing for her to tap into those heel tendencies once again going forward on Tuesday nights. When Mandy Rose embraced her heel character upon her return to NXT, a formed toxic attraction, her career was taken to the next level. She eventually became the longest reigning NXT Women's Champion of all time. She did do that. If Dana Brooke was to earn the respect of the NXT universe, it's likely she'll have to take it by force. Will she be up for the challenge? We'll find out soon enough. What did you think about Dana Brooke's return on NXT last night? Okay. Well, they pretty much just did like a little breakdown of everything. Me personally, I think NXT is the best brand right now for her to be on because I feel like if you look at Raw and look at SmackDown, the competitors, and it's stacked as it is, I don't feel like she would get her fair shake or her fair chance, so to speak, if she was on the main roster because they never really gave her an opportunity or tried to book her as such. Unlike if she's in NXT, I think she could be like one of those top women on that brand for sure because she can definitely be a standout. And similar to Mandy Rose, she was just like Dana Brooke in the same situation Dana Brooke was in, but she went back to NXT. She went back to her roots just like Dana Brooke did this past week on NXT, and she revitalized her career. She said in a promo like how everybody viewed her as an eye candy, and that's kind of the same way they kind of view Dana as for whatever reason. Like instead of like the actual talent, they view them as nothing more like eye candy like they used to do with the divas back in the earlier days before it became the whole women's revolution and women's wrestling was actually taken seriously. So now you have just like Mandy, I think Dana can follow in those footsteps and revitalize her career to people, so where people don't look at her as more than an eye candy, they look at her as an equal compared to everybody else on that roster. They take her as a serious threat. Like, she can actually go in that ring. She can actually win the match if you actually give her an opportunity to go with some of the very best in that company. So it sucks that that is the reality, but I do believe NXT would be the best move, in my opinion, for Dana Brooke and her career as far as WWE goes, because she's been there for about 10 years and hasn't really gotten a true opportunity to show what she can really do. So I think going back to NXT, going back to her roots, going back to what got her in the dance to begin with, and that being the reason whether she's a face or if she's a heel, I'm for either or. But I think, just like this in the article, if she's gonna want to get the fan support, I mean, yeah, she has the fan support, but like when you go to the live events like Raw, SmackDown, or whatever, they don't really give her a reaction. So it's like, yes, she'll get a reaction from a few, but the vast majority don't. So it's like, if she's gonna get the reception that she wants from the fans, she's gonna have to pretty much take it by force, like they said. That's pretty much what she's gonna have to do in this situation. But that is the end of the video, you guys. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the post notification bell so every time I post a new video, whether it's a reaction or video, rant video, live stream, any type of video, you could be in the know about that. Also, please subscribe to the channel. It helps. I'm trying to get to this 1K mark by the end of the year. So please, if you love wrestling, you love horror, you love game, you love all three, please subscribe. Your subscription matters. Also, comment down below. Let me know. How do you feel about Dana Brooke going to NXT this week? Do you feel like Dana Brooke being in NXT would be the best move for her? Or do you think she should stay on the main roster? What do you guys think? Leave that all down in the comment section down below. I love having dialogues with you guys. But I appreciate you guys kicking with me. And I'll see you guys in the next video.